This is day 45 of trying to get to 2000 ELO on chess.com. I'm rated 1788, and I'm versing someone who's rated 1847. This is the Réti opening. And sometimes my opponents, they push this pawn, but that's obviously just a blunder because I can just take. But surprisingly, that happens a lot. And then I'll make room for my knight. I never want to block in my dark squared bishop. I always want it to be challenging his. So that's why I develop this knight. And then I'll get ready to castle soon. Probably now is a good time. I can't take now because it's defended by his rook. So if he goes for some type of pawn push, I usually just take. But I will actually start off with the first pawn push, and I'll go here. And taking with my pawn, I think, is the best move because this pawn is extremely weak here. So it's better to have it like this. And then I think I'll have to move my queen out of the way. Maybe bring in one of my rooks lining up with his queen. Or maybe I'll bring this knight here. I'll have to see. So he decides to move his queen up one square. I don't think that's a good move because I think I have this move, but I'll start off with moving my rook here. He's putting pressure on this pawn, but that shouldn't be an issue. Maybe pushing this pawn eventually would be a good move. So I think putting my knight here. Yeah, his queen is in a bad spot. I don't know why. I think his best move is to move his queen out of the way. But he decides not to. Huh. I'm gonna go here. Rook is attacking his queen. He moves out of the way. And then I think taking this knight is probably a good move. And then trading off the rooks looks reasonable. And then I'll have to create a lift for my king because my back rank is weak. So his bishop is attacking mine. His pawn is attacking mine. I think the obvious move is to take this with check. That's the most forcing. And then he can take it with his knight, which he does. So that opens up this a little bit more. So I think I don't think taking actually really works. I'm gonna reroute my knight. If he takes, my queen will just take, and then I'm going to probably push this pawn just so my king is able to move. And there's no back rank weaknesses. Yeah, I just think it's too dangerous just to take and then give his queen this diagonal. So, and obviously my knight is hanging, so I'm going to move my knight, putting pressure on this pawn. I can't take because my queen is going to be over here now. This does look kind of good. I am putting a lot of pressure on this diagonal. But I think I'll have to push this pawn so I don't lose the game. And then I need to coordinate my pieces better. So he's going for this, which is reasonable. I'm gonna give him the pass pawn. I'm just gonna give him the pass pawn and put my my queen right here. His bishop is putting pressure here, so I'll have to watch out for him threatening mate. That looks like a good move. Yeah, I might lose this game. I'm going to take and push this pawn. And then I'll have to push this pawn because his bishop is putting pressure on it. So I think going here to try and get my king into the game somehow. And I'm going to keep my knight here because he has a passed pawn, obviously. So I can't just move my knight. Maybe in the future I can if there's like a weird check. But I'm going to push... yeah, I'll push this pawn. It's defended by my knight, and the idea is to move my king maybe over here because these pawns... Yeah, I think I'm going to lose this game. I just can't... this pawn's putting too much pressure on me. I can't really... So I could push this, but that doesn't work. So I'm going to I'm gonna move my king into the game, and that's a weird move. So if I take this, I think he's trying to get his king here. I don't really think that I could give him this check, then he goes here, and then I go here. If I were to take, he goes here, I go here. Yeah, I think taking is the best move, and then just guarding this. And his bishop can't really take because I can just take, but then he could push the pawn, but then I can just take again with my knight. So he's attacking this pawn. I think giving him this check is the best move because it just is. I want his king to be farther away. He's probably gonna. Okay, never mind. He's not gonna win this pawn anymore because his king is blocking his bishop. So now I'm gonna take this pawn, and I could defend this pawn by moving my knight here. But is there any better moves I can play? If I were to go here, he takes. I do have this check, and then winning this pawn. Because this pawn is very annoying to have to guard because my knight is going to be stuck here. Like he's always just going to be like, how valuable is this pawn here? You know, I'm already up 2 pawns. So if I were to go here, he takes. I could throw in this check. Yeah, I'm not going to guard this pawn. I'm not going to guard this pawn, and I'm just going to put my knight here and then move my king into the game. My knight and king will be attacking this pawn. And I should be okay. I'm definitely winning because I'll be up 1 pawn, but it's not very clear. He decides not to take, which is very interesting. I'm gonna give him this check. If he takes, having this pawn structure is I'll win the game. He can't take. So he's in check. He'll probably move his king somewhere. But if he goes there, I can just take this with check. So maybe he'll go here. If I were to get my knight here, that would be really nice. I do have a lot of checks now, but I think I have to move my king up 1 square because I can't just allow his king to be get to this square, right? Because there's nothing guarding it. And then now his king, since his king can't go here, I'll throw in. I'll throw in this check and see what he plays. Probably, probably there. I'll go back. I don't really see any other continuation. And I can't push this pawn because his bishop just takes. I'm going to reroute my knight. This knight is now defending this pawn still. So I think if I can somehow push this pawn, he takes, and then my knight defends this square, I might be able to trap his bishop, kinda. If my king were to be over here more. But I think knight here attacking this pawn looks like a good move, because he can't defend it because his bishop is a light square. So knight here looks like a really good move. So his bishop is attacking this pawn. It is defended, but I'm just going to let him take this pawn because it's not worth anything. And he decides to go there. That can't be a good move. So if I were to take, I think just going here is the best move. And I have to be careful though. I can't let his king get this pawn. So he's attacking my knight. I'm gonna go here. If his king goes here, I have this check, winning his well, not winning his bishop, but I'll definitely win the game. So king here to try and take this pawn doesn't work because I'll have this check, and then I'll move his king back, and then I'll probably take and then push this pawn, and then the game will just be over. So that does not work. If he takes this, I take his bishop with check, and then I can always just sacrifice my knight for his pawn, but there's no need because my pawn's right here. So I'll just yeah, I think I'll just take this, and if I push my pawn now, he goes here. Yeah, I'll go here. I don't want to push the pawn yet because I don't want his king to go here, so it's important that my pawn is attacking this square and my king is attacking this square. Okay, he resigns. I played with an 88.5% accuracy. My opponent played with a 78.9% accuracy. So the opening was very good. His biggest mistake, like somehow in this position I'm winning. I guess it's because he can't actually defend this pawn. Like there's sometimes where you push your pawn too far into your opponent's position that you can't defend it. So that was his mistake. And then he went here, so that's just a free pawn. Oh, no, it's not. Pushing was better. And then maybe king here. Okay, that makes sense because this pawn looks very strong. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. Like I'm just up 2 pawns, and he doesn't really have any way of winning those 2 points back. So I just won the game. My rating is 1797, percentile 99.7, and a high of 1882. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.